Chelsea Football Club, be careful, because the French media is trying to take Christopher Nkunku to Paris and join PSG and play alongside Bakola, but he had a great response that you need to hear. Furthermore, Noni Madueke and Levi Colwill sit down, and when I tell you my man hated playing left back, he genuinely hated playing left back. He confirms it. Furthermore, when it comes to Wesley Fofana, Enzo Maresca loves him and has a special plan for him on how to get him fully fit, and Reece James is back in training. Chelsea have confirmed it. However, one thing we need to talk about. Do you remember the Brazilian wonder kid, Gabriel Mec? Well, it looks like his deal to Chelsea is off, because Chelsea aren't happy with one thing, and I'm going to explain it to you. But before we get started, hit that like button. 1,000 likes goes a long way. Subscribe to the channel, and a lot of you have showed me a lot of love because you saw me on Matisse's channel on that panel show. We absolutely smashed it. I had a great time. If you haven't seen it, go over there, check it out. It was good. However, let's get started with the news. Christopher Nkunku is absolutely smashing it on international duty, and it looks like the French media is trying to stir something up. The French media is gutting their pan and they're stirring it out with their spoon, and they try to be a little cheeky. They said, mon ami, would you like to come join us at Paris? Bacola's there. And he said, excuse me? They're like, look, you're a good player. Bacola's a good player. You got a good relationship. Would you ever consider PSG? And his response is, he laughed. Apparently he laughed and said, PSG is a big, big club, but there is no approaches. There's nothing in this deal. And for me, this is very cheeky from the international journalists, purely based on the fact they're trying to make a story where there isn't one. They're looking for clicks and they're looking for drama. However, we need to be very, very careful with what happens in the next 6 months. Nkunku is far too talented to be sitting on the bench. Nkunku is far too great to accept sitting on the bench behind Nicholas Jackson in the prime of his career. Remember, Nkunku's 26 years old. So in his head, he needs to start playing, and he needs to start playing soon. So when people say, hey, mon ami, would you like to come to Paris? He will seriously consider it very quickly. So the reality is, we need to be objective. We need to understand the level of player that we have on our hands, and he needs to be given more minutes in the Premier League. I know people want him to smash it in the Conference League and the cups and us to go on and win these cups. I do too. But I'm telling you now, he will not be satiated with the idea of only playing cup games and scoring 20 goals in those cup games. Trust me on that one. We move on to the next story. When it comes to Levi Colwill, well, Chelsea TV had a very interesting interview with him and Noni Madueke. Number one, their chemistry on camera is absolutely amazing. You can really tell that the two players are friends off the pitch and they're friends as teammates. They genuinely respect each other. They were absolutely given a good banter, very calm, relaxed atmosphere in that interview. And they spoke about numerous things. You know what? Levi complimented Noni's game. He said he comes back and helps a lot. The things I tend to say about Noni Madueke and his off-the-ball effort. However, this is where I think it gets very interesting. Levi Colwill was very explicit in what he said. He said, I'm playing centre-back this year a lot more. I'm really enjoying my football, and what I really like is the fact that I'm able to express my passing ranges. This enables me to use my best attributes. And then Noni stepped in. And you know with Noni, right, one thing I've noticed is Noni's very cheeky in what he says. Noni loves to just make a throwaway comment, and he just doesn't care. You know, he's one of those people who just speaks his mind. And honestly, I love people like that, because you know exactly where you stand with people like that. You're either 100% in the clear with them, or they'll let you know if there's a problem. And he openly said, Levi is a very good player. He can play excellently in a back two with Wesley Fofana. Fofana's the aggressor. He's more of the sweeper. However, when needed, he can do the aggression and stuff as well. But his passing is amazing. I would love it if he switched the ball to me a little bit more, a little bit of the cheekiness. And this is where it got very interesting. He said he can play left back as well, even though we all know he hates it. That line there, yeah? Hey, yellow card. Yellow card, because that's anti-Poch. And I love it. A lot of people don't like it. If you said Poch shouldn't have done it, I would have given you a straight red. You would have joined me on the bench over here, broski. We could have had a cup of tea and had a nice game to talk about, right? However, this really highlights to me one thing. Levi must have been moaning and moaning and moaning and moaning and moaning about playing left back last year to his boys. He did not want to play in that position, and I'm telling you now, if we kept Pochettino, we would have lost Levi next summer. We definitely would have lost him. And the fact now that these players appreciate what they currently have, I love it because I appreciate what we currently have. I am the most optimistic Chelsea fan there is right now. I think it will be very difficult to find someone more optimistic. Maybe Don. Maybe Don is more optimistic than I am. But I am so happy with this team right now. It's uncomparable to how I felt last year. In regards to the rehabilitation process at Chelsea at the moment, we're not seeing that sheet that we used to see in between every game, right? When they were basically telling us, oh, 11 players are hurt, 12 players are hurt. And it literally became a celebration when we got down to 7. The reality is, it looks like at the moment, things are going really rosy at Chelsea. We've got the medical staff sorted out. Reece James is back in training, and Chelsea Football Club have confirmed this via their Twitter. Reece James is in Chelsea training. This is wonderful news. Now we need to reintegrate him. My preference would be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then slowly build him up to 60 minutes, and we'll do that all the way till the end of the season. Reece, in my opinion, doesn't come in and start. I really don't think he comes in and starts. I think Malo Gusto's place to lose. I just want Reece fit for a consistent period of time. 25 league games this year off the bench would be wonderful. Or maybe 10 off the bench, 15 starts would be phenomenal. It's what I want from Reece James. I'm not even asking for the 30. I'm literally asking for 25 league games. And then Enzo Maresca apparently has fallen in love with the idea of Wesley Fofana. He is so bought into who Wesley Fofana is that he's basically come up with with the medical staff, a great reintegration for him. 1 game a week, he will not be risked. And this, for me, is marvelous. This is what we need to do. This is what I believe we should do. I think this is the way you reintegrate him. Yes, it's all well and good us going and trying to win trophies with him. But personally, I don't like the idea of risking Wes. Wes is too important, too good for us to risk him. That's my personal opinion. Wes needs to be the type of player where we rotate with Toussaint. I think Toussaint is more than good enough, more than capable enough to make up the room where if Wes is gone, Toussaint plays. I think Toussaint's passing is good. I think Toussaint's quick and athletic across ground. I think he's great in the air. I think he's high IQ defender. I have no problem with Toussaint playing more minutes. I really don't. That's just my personal opinion. The final story is the one that's coming out of Brazil. For those of you that don't remember, after Rio went to Liverpool, Chelsea started being linked with this guy called Gabriel Mec. Gabriel Mec is a left winger that I think is 15, 16 years old. And he plays in Grêmio, I think in the youth team in Brazil. I don't know nothing about this player, right? I've never watched the game. I genuinely have no insight to give you from a tactical standpoint. All I know, he's a left winger. He scored some freakish goals, and Neymar's dad is his agent. So what has happened since then? Because the deal looked set to be done. Chelsea basically were going on the front foot. This deal was about to be finessed. But Chelsea have now, according to Brazilian sources, have really taken a step back, and they're going to wait and see how this pans out. Apparently, the players' performances have not inspired Chelsea the way Chelsea would have liked. And Chelsea believe at this moment in time it's better to wait and take the risk. For me, this shows growth, man. This is growth mode from Chelsea Football Club. This would not have happened 12 months ago. Chelsea would have been full throttle. Here's 16 million. We'll sign him. We'll deal with the ramifications later. And you know what? We've done this with David Washington, with Cesar Casadei, with Andre Santos. They didn't think they spent. Andre worked out. Cesar Casadei, we don't know if it's worked out. David Washington at the moment looks like a bust. And the reason it looks like a bust is because he hasn't got the opportunity, right? He hasn't got the opportunity to play. But however, you still spent 15 million on him. So now with this Gabriel Mec signing, it looks like Chelsea are actually using their brains for once. They're not saying they're not going to sign the kid, but at the same time, they're willing to be patient and let him develop at Grêmio a little bit. Personally, I think this is amazing. I think this is growth, and it shows me that we're going in the right direction. But this was the Kavkas View. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want more Chelsea-related content, here I've got an interview that is from Esteban Willian. He goes into great detail. He sticks it on Liverpool. He talks about where he can fit. He talks about how he does not want to be a number 10 and how Kendrick Pires will be that number 10. It is very insightful. If you're a Chelsea fan, you're genuinely going to go enjoy it. It's more Kavkas View. Go check it out. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.